Hi, I'm Skylar.
Hi, I'm AJ. Being Black and creative means versatility.
Being Black and creative means liberation. This is so fun.
What was like the moment that you just knew that it was your time to set out on your own?
Well, similar to a lot of things in my life, I was just crying and I realized I was sat in my room crying because I was miserable at my job. I was working for a media company and I was on the side working with the Creative Collective, and I found so much joy with the team. And I found so much sadness in having to leave this team, this beautiful team, and then go to do this work that my heart wasn't in.
Mine was interesting because I think it was nothing that was like ever planned, as most things in my life are not. Literally the day that I quit my job, I woke up that morning and did not know I was quitting my job. I woke up and said, I don't know. Went had the day, and I was like,
nah.
Yeah, I'm out.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
and so I quit, and I had no plan. I had nothing to say. I was just like, it just didn't feel right, didn't feel fulfilling. I felt like I had reached like a point where I needed to reach, and there was a little bit more for me, outside of that.
But I'm a dreamer, but also like a realist in a lot of ways because of my anxiety. So I literally was like, if I want to leave, I need 3 months worth of pay racked up.
Very responsible.
Yeah, you know, right?
You had 3 months. I had 3 weeks.
3 days, 3 hours.
3 days.
So we're digging deep here. I'm gonna dig a little deeper.
Okay.
Can you tell me when you kind of came across a moment in your career when you had to be like super vulnerable, and like how did you deal with that?
So it was like I quit GQ and wanted to start styling and kind of doing creative stuff like freely.
Right.
And for myself, doing the Land of Milk and Honey project, I kind of studied the American dream and the stories of immigrants based in America that have like made contributions to this land.
It was so
I did the like creative direction and everything.
Because you're not just a stylist.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Really picking those photographers, styling everything, picking the families. It was just such an all-encompassing project.
Yeah.
And when it came time to like sharing it, I realized this is something that I have to talk to people about.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to like talking
like
to people.
showing yourself in that way, right.
And in that way, like then I realized I needed to do that more. We get jobs from people who know us and like who
it's through like connection and communication really. Yeah.
So it's so important to like be open to an extent. I think a lot of creatives like to kind of hoard.
And gatekeep it for themselves until it's done or perfect.
Yeah.
And then you miss so much. There's so much magic that can happen in sharing. That's good.
Yeah, no, I always love like whenever your content like involves your family because I feel like it feels
more
very
different.
it feels like so a part of like, who you are. How would you say like they've influenced kind of the work that you do and how have they like kind of affected how you move about being a creative?
I think a lot of the storytelling that I do, and I'm working as a creative strategist with brands, right? And then they're giving me briefs. A lot of it is about this like beginning, middle, and end, and we're having to share it with this audience. And so I think so much of my culture is infused in that. My parents are Bajan, and I think Barbados is just known for being so slow, and you're meant to be so reflective and introspective. And through kind of picking that up, I've had to learn how to create slowly and intentionally and like take time with it.
I feel like Nigeria is the exact opposite.
Right, fast paced, right? Yep, absolutely. It's so quick, but also it's reflected in your work. You feel like that
absolutely.
pace. So again, found our voice. What do you think, like what advice would you give creatives who are looking to find theirs?
I think there's a lot of times that as a Black creative, brands, people, corporations will try to put you in a box just because they need to understand you, because they're so far from understanding you as a Black human. I think kind of what's really important is embracing versatility. Yeah.
I think it adds so much like value and like robust energy to what you do when you come as your whole self as opposed to, bite-sized pieces of
when you're looking at somebody and the things that they do and things that bring them joy, like being creative and like doing creative things, it's
the entirety of that thing.
You have to see the whole picture.
Across the spectrum.
Yeah, and so I was like,
your intuition is crazy.
That was nutty. I don't mean, I'd love to call it intuition.
I'll just vibe it.
But yeah,
your vibes are crazy.
Yeah.